I don't learn easy, man. I learn slow. So then you go from, it's kind of a natural progression, right? You go from wholesaling, you go to fix and flip, right? Are you doing some of those?
Yeah, we'll do some of those. I think we did like last year we did like 10 of them, and this year we'll probably do like 20.
Yeah, well, let's go. I digress. Let's go back to the wholesaling. What's the average price range of the house that you wholesale the dealer or
Uh,
sign the contract?
we're doing average is about 120 to 150,000 average price point of a house that we wholesale.
That's the contract price that you
Yeah,
assign?
yeah, contract.
Wow, that's still affordable housing, really. I mean, it didn't used to be 5 years ago, but today that's affordable housing still.
I know. It's
So
been crazy.
when you do the fix and flips, what's the price range?
Yeah, about the same. So we'll buy off of our own wholesale company. So we try to buy under 220K purchase price and then sell, in the high 200s, low 300s. That's kind of like our little niche there.
Cool, cool. So you've got the one-time cash events hammered.
Yeah.
You're doing some temporary cash events like the owner finance notes. What is your forever strategy?
Man, for a long time, it was rentals. And
Like
then
houses or apartments or duplexes or what?
houses to fourplexes.
I hate that business. Did you enjoy it?
No, so that was where I was going next. Like as you start like seeing the reality of it, it's like, oh shoot. So on my goals this year, I want to buy a 12 unit or plus and sell. I want to sell off a couple houses and buy one of those.
Yeah. So would you agree with me? Like the buy and hold is the biggest myth ever portrayed on the real estate community. They make it so simple. You buy a house and your payment's 500 and you're collecting 1,000 and you're keeping 500, and then they blow right past it like nothing's ever going to break and no one's ever going to tear anything up and everyone's going to pay you on time and no one's going to steal your plumbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a myth. It's 100% a myth. Like I review my properties with my assistant every Monday. So yesterday we did it, and the only two properties I never talk about are my owner finance ones, which I never like. We never have a conversation about them because we just owner
They
finance.
just pay, right? And if something breaks, it's not your it's their right? And
Yeah,
so, I love that business. I'm so passionate about that business. I mean, it has a flaw. It has, let's say it has at least three flaws.
right.
One is you don't get appreciation. Two, you don't get depreciation. And three, it's just temporary. You're good. Notes run out, they
Yeah,
expire. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
So we
they'll
got
pay
to
you up
fix those.
early or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, now appreciation, not too worried about. I'm sure you're not either, because you bought the house for 50 and you sold it for 100 in like 30 minutes or 30 days if it took a long time, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so if you want to annualize that, that's, if it took you 30 days, that's a 1,200%, markup, whatever.
Yeah,
So I'm not worried about that. Depreciation, yeah, it was a kind of a concern. But what happens is you get 4 or 5 notes and then you sell them or you collateralize them and you go build $1 million mini storage. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden now you got $1 million worth of depreciation.
yeah.
And then the last one was temporary. You got,
Temporary.
and then when I bought the storage, that was a forever play. That would end when I decided that storage was going to end because I'm collecting rent. Rent is forever. Payments have end dates. So, anyways, are you studying someone in the apartment arena? Are you doing syndication, or you just want to own your own outright?
Yeah, I have like about two close friends slash partners. We each got, a couple $100,000 we're ready to put down. So I'm just making offers, and between us three, we're just gonna put a down payment. I already got the financing lined up. So
You're trying to find the right property, someone to say yes at the right number, right?
yeah, exactly. I'm just, my goal this quarter is to make about 15 offers on multifamilies, and then I'm just gonna keep making offers till something sticks. That's the name of the game.
So, to me, did you take some big apartment finding class, or is it, because to me it's not that complicated. There's expenses and there's income, and then there's some, is there a lot of deferred maintenance, or am I gonna have to do some rehab or
Right.
whatever? But other than that, it's like people would ask me about my storages. I chose to do both mini storages for my forever hold, and people go, hey, well, can you explain to me about how you size up a storage? I said, yeah, you take everything it costs in your debt service up against everything you make. And if you like the difference between those two numbers, you buy it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, actually the best class I took, or it wasn't a class, but I just called up a commercial lender that was referred to me. I said, hey, listen, here's a building I'm looking at. Can you help me with the numbers? How would you look at it? And we spent about 45 minutes on the phone with a commercial lender from a bank. And she ran me through her spreadsheet and everything. And I'm like, perfect. Like, now I know exactly what to do. Like, I didn't need a class. Like, I just went straight to the lender. I said, hey, if I were to bring you a deal, how would you look at it? So I know to bring you good deals. And she said, okay, this is the income, blah, blah, blah. Here's my spreadsheet. Just plug it in there. If it fits, send it to me and I'll finance. I'm like, oh, perfect.
That's one thing about rentals. Pretty easy to find the money for. Everybody and their dog has money for rentals. Everyone understands rentals. Little harder to find money for, that you can borrow to buy a house so you can wrap the mortgage on it.
Yeah, that was my challenge of why I haven't bought more, really. But
I can help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
I
didn't get you on here to sell you a course on private money, but I mean, I can help you with that for sure.
I did exactly what you said in the book. I found a lender for 5 years, private money, about 8% interest. I ended up getting it at 10 because,
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I started out at 10 too. Actually, I started out at 18% and $2,000, but
Damn. So yeah, I did that on 2 deals, 5 years, and I just wrapped it. And very simple. Bought it for 47, sold it for 99. Did that twice on 2 deals in Lakeland, Florida. And just that guy kind of ran out of cash, and then to find another guy with those terms has been challenging. But at the same time, I haven't really been looking too hard, to be honest. So
yeah, you would have no problem.